Hi, my name is Carla Hill. I'm originally from Albany, Georgia, but I live here in New Orleans. I first found Lisa and her team after losing my daughter 9 days after birth. She was born on April 30th of 2018. Beautiful pregnancy, my first pregnancy. Everybody was happy in the family. No issues, all labs great, everything went well up until labor. During labor, I couldn't keep anything down, which is normal. However, I began to run a fever and Lily began to go into distress. I was sick during the delivery and I got an epidural and I slept most of the labor and delivery part, not really knowing what's going on in and out. So I wasn't even able to fight for myself because it was my first time experiencing labor. So all we could do was listen to the doctors we trust and the nurses around us. And unfortunately, when I should have had an emergency C-section, it wasn't done. And my daughter paid the cost. When she was born, she wasn't breathing. They resuscitated her for about 18 minutes. And she, as a result of oxygen not going to her brain, that's a birth injury. And she died as a result of the birth injury. And, her little body just went through a lot in that short time. When she was in NICU, infections happened, it was just it was the longest, shortest 9 days of my life. I wanted to know what happened. The doctors nor the hospital answered my questions. I pulled my medical records and started to read the notes, and I could tell something went wrong. It was a lot of holes in the story. The notes filled it in, but I knew that I needed professionals to look at this and fight for me. So I met Lisa and her team on the telephone after seeking lawyers that just dealt with birth injury. Thankfully, I was able to find her, swiftly took a look at the notes from the hospital, all the medical records, and they gave me play-by-play action of how it's going to proceed, what was going to happen, what are they looking for, what the experts are saying. Even though it was a very, very emotional time, they fought for me in areas where I could not fight for myself and my daughter, in addition to, being nurturing and loving and kind and caring, because there's so many mothers on their team and fathers on their team as well. So from that aspect, they helped me emotionally, as well as legally, which was most important. Fight for justice for my daughter and my family, because we needed answers. Within that time, a year later, we were able to find the answers as to what happened. And it happened to be close to my daughter's birthday. So on her birthday, we got the gift of finding out what happened. It was all thanks to the work that Lisa and her team did. They kept me informed via email, phone calls, text messages, and really helped me to navigate everything that was happening. I had a conference in Chicago, and I got to not only meet Lisa, but everybody that was working on my behalf, and Lily's behalf. And I said, they're not my lawyers, they're my warriors. They're fighting for me in ways that I can't fight for myself. When I walked in, it was the first time that I wasn't just Carla, but I was Lily's mother. She was remembered, and they knew her name, and they honored her memory by honoring me and fighting for her. in and out of the courtroom. Thank you, Lisa and Grant and Eisenhofer, for your endless work, your support, and for fighting for all the mothers and fathers and children that have to go through something as traumatic as this.